today we're taking Jake through a quad dominant leg day. He's a newer online client, so working against some old patterns that other coaches have worked with him so that I can give him my style, right? So we've already knocked out seated leg curls. One of Jake's biggest things right now, watch out behind you. One of Jake's biggest things right now is hamstring development. So I have hamstrings in at the beginning of his quad day, plus another hamstring and back day on Tuesdays. So we're really putting a lot of volume into that. We're moving on to our second movement right now. In order to make him not have to use as much weight with some of his heavier compounds, I'm putting these isolation movement patterns in there to take some stimulus away from having to load super aggressive compound movement. So plus, once he goes and gets on the pendulum squat, after we burn out these quads on this thing, he's going to be really feeling his quads. So with this variation, Jake, what I want you to do, I sat the seat all the way back, and then I'm pushing that foot pad all the way back. Because what I'm after is that really stretched position. So right now, it almost feels like my heel is hitting me in the ass. Right? And then I'm leaning back, kind of tucking my hip forward so that there is more stretch here. The loading pattern, right now it's evenly loaded. We're going to load more on the bottom peg than on the top. So we get a ton of weight here in the beginning, and then we get a slight overload as we go to the top without it all being there, because if all the weight's on the bottom, I'll tend to get like a lot of knee pain, right? So just a little bit of stimulus, overloading at the top with a chunk of the weight dumping off at the top, okay? So my heels, I'm going to try to drive all the way under every time. Hips stay forward, kicking out and away. Don't just flex up, flex out and away, right? So kicking out just like that to get the quads firing. Move it with the arc of the machine, just like we talked about earlier. This should be pretty light. You should be able to feel it like all the way up to here. I want you to think about like what your legs will look like when they separate out on stage. There you go. Stretch under, stretch under. You got more stretch than that. Stretch under. Go, 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 go. Now. There you go. Under. Boom. There you go. One more. Good. How's that weight?
Light.
Moderate.
Yeah.
Good. Like super, super light?
Like a 4. Like a 4 out of 10.
So right now, I've got him slowly climbing in weight and decreasing reps. I want him to feel the weight, figure out how much we need to use for his top sets, and also get the quad firing. So we've added a little bit more load there. How's that feel? So we went from a 4 to a what?
Like a 6.
Okay, 2 more. 1 more. Are you on 12 to 15 or 15 to 20?
15 to 20.
Set it down. 15 to 20. So in the context of 15 to 20, is that still a 6?
It's probably like a 8. 7.5, 8.
All right. All right, so again, same thing I said earlier, like if you get the 20 and you're still going, I don't give a fuck how bad it hurts, we're gonna keep going. But keep that same pace the whole time, just like we're doing there. Don't speed up because it burns. I want you to embrace that burn. Embrace how bad it fucking hurts and just keep going, okay? I'll keep you moving towards the end. So you just rest just a little bit longer, then we'll get rolling. What Jake doesn't know is I'm about to take his soul.
I'm excited.
All right, ready? Hit that very bottom, stretch all the way under. That's 1, 2, stretch, 3. You've still got a little bit of room. There you go. Yeah, 4. That same spot every time. 5, 6, good. Flex out. 7, come on. 8, 9, 10, get that stretch, come on. 11, control it. 12, control, stretch. 13, 14, get that stretch. Stretch it. 15, come on. 16, don't speed up, control it on the way down. Don't speed up, control it. 18, come on. 19, keep going. 20, control. 21, come on. 22, come on, 3 more. 23, come on, 2 more. Don't rush. 24, 1 more. Bad boy.
Yeah, it burns more than normal.
Nothing gets me more excited than seeing somebody get off a piece of equipment going, ah!
Go, but like that it feels different.
Most of the leg extensions, like the one that I usually use, doesn't get that much of a stretch. So like if you're gonna get it, like you have to jerry rig it to be that way. So like this gets all the way under because they just made it like a little bit more superior as far as like range of motion. Like we're still gonna get lengthened position when we go squat, right? But this is another place where we can stretch that because if we really load that lengthened position and kind of open that tissue up, we can get a shitload of gains there, right? So this has just been a variation I've been fucking around with. It's been working pretty well. So they firing already?
Yeah. It feels definitely not as like much.
My job's fun.
Lower.
I get to hurt people.
It definitely feels like like more up here.
Yeah, good. Fuck yeah. 1. Stretch, stretch, stretch. 2. Yep, there you go. 3, good. Pull the heels back. 4. 5. Keep this still. 6, there you go. 7. 8. 9. 10. Flex out and away. 11, good. 12. 13, come on, control that. 14, don't speed up on me, Jake. Don't speed up. 15, control, good. 16, come on. 17, all the way up, come on. 18, 2 more, make it there. 19, last one, controlled. Attaboy.
It definitely feels different whenever you cue like my hips down because I guess I was raising those hips up and I wasn't getting that actual stretch. I was getting like that fake stretch. But then when I had to keep it down, I was getting like that full length.
Good. On top, there was 90, there's 115 on the bottom. So make the total, what's that, 180, right? And then in the notes of the hit notes, and then add notes, and then type in 65, comma 115. So, and you'll read it from top to bottom. So 65's on the top, 115's on the bottom. And that's how you'll write that down every time so you know what you got there. So update that every time, okay? That's for you, like your log is for you, right? So like I really don't look at them. So it is your job to be on there logging the weight so that we can see what that progression up is. Like that's the whole purpose there is like, the only way we can fix something is if we track it, right? And the easiest way for us to track progress is the log, right? Let me grab some plates. Let's take your shoes off. It's fucking busy. All right, turn your toes out a little bit more. There you go, good, and open up the knees better. So what I just did there is I was looking at his foot to see what his foot was going to do to cue what position we needed to be in. So the first thing I did is I had him open up his feet a little bit more because his very first rep when he went down, his heels turned in. One more and rack it. So his heels turned in as he got to the bottom, which tells me he didn't have the capacity to get to that hip position without rolling out. So we're just gonna match that. So it wanted to roll out, that's where we're gonna set the feet, right? Then as he got to the bottom, even in that position, his heels wanted to roll up. So I had him bring his feet up just a little bit on the pad so we can match his ankle mobility. So the first thing I look at with any kind of squat pattern, especially when it's something that is externally loaded, meaning I don't really have to pay that much attention to his core because he can rely on this, I'm going to look at his feet and see what are his feet telling me as far as where pressure is being applied so that we can see what part of the leg is working or not working, or if his hip hurts or knee hurts or whatever. It's a really important thing to see how is the foot transferring force up the knee to the hip.
Probably about a 5.
Okay. We're gonna test you today, so we're gonna see here. We're gonna do another warm up with a 10.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. with this set, I'm trying to test Jake and his willpower. So whenever I program AMRAP movements for clients, this is the place where they now get to learn how hard and how far they can really take a set. So like, yes, this is a leg focused thing and we're trying to grow your quads, but this is also a gut test. What can Jake handle, right? And with a machine like this, like, it is one of those gut punch movements that's now going to tell me what is Jake capable of and what can I throw at him, right? So this is going to be a big tell as far as like what your capacity to work is, okay? So it's going to be really fucking brutal, especially deeper in that set. The number one thing that you need to do is focus on breathing, okay? So out through the mouth, right? In through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't get caught in mouth breathing, because our nose is more connected to our nervous system and we want to keep your nervous system somewhat calm, right? Like, we don't want to be too amped up, because if we're too amped up, anxiety is going to spike and we're going to have problems, right? So we want to keep that level moderate. If our breathing gets away from us, I guarantee we lose reps. So I have a slight increase for him on the weight from that first warm-up. See what that feels like. We'll go from there, and I'm going to see what I can really take out of Jake today and show him where these sets need to go. What kind of reps have you been getting when you've been doing it? Keep the full foot on the pad. All the way down, all the way down. Good, good. One more. Good, rack it. Just make sure you're not running into him when he's doing his death. When it comes time to do the set, like, I want you to get yourself amped, but I don't need you to get yourself to this point where you're like too amped, right? So get yourself nice and ready to do the set, but be in a nice, calm, focused space, right? You don't need to be relaxed. You should be aware of what's happening, but I don't want you being like, we're about to do a crazy, like, don't stress about that. Just bring the heart rate down, relax, get focused, and just execute. Just do what you need to do. Best thing you can do is take it like 5s at a time. Think about 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about that big number, because I just want you to keep rolling. You're good, dude. 1, good. Heel pressure. 2, 3, 4, 5, get lower. 6, good. Kick out on the quads. 7, good pace, just like that, buddy. 8, 9, keep through the heel. 10, 11, 12, keep on the outside. 13, good, Jake. Come on, breathe. 14, 15, 16, breathe out as you come up. 17, there's a lot more. Contract, don't throw. 18, come on. Let's go. 19. 20, come on. 21, come on. Give me 3 more, come on. Come on, find them. Control. 2. 23, you got 2 more, come on. 24, keep through that heel. Keep going. Give me more, come on. Come on, 1 more. Let's go, Jake. Come on, last one. Come on. Attaboy, good shit. Fuck. Success. Yeah. Is it regular leg press? Okay. Cool. Jake's already wobbling. We're 3 movements in, 3 sets of quads in, 2 sets of hamstrings in, and he's struggling. So a little different than your last style, huh?
Yeah. What he said.
People pay me to do this.
Great job. Great profession.
All right, so with the leg press, we're gonna get some good glute drive here, right? So like with that hip position, because our torso is more lean forward, the glutes are definitely going to work really well. So like you're probably going to feel them more here. That's not a problem. Again, same concept as over there. I want tension, but I don't want you like trying to like squeeze your butt, right? So same concept with the setup. Oh, fuck. I did legs yesterday. So feet low on the pad while still maintaining full foot contact.
Yeah.
So we're pushing through the heel, but your full foot should be on the pad. My toes are angled out in that same kind of angle that you're going to have, so yours is a little bit more wide. Yeah. So we got to work on those adductors a little bit. But same position like you had on the pendulum. Press up, and then you're going to open up at the knee. So open up, pull all the way down while keeping that back flat on the pad, and then drive out, right? So the first couple of sets, you may be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like my adductors are screaming at me right now, but I want you to try and sink that weight into your hips, okay? Same concept of trying to flex away with the quads on that pad, okay?
How are you finishing too?
What's that?
How do you finish? Like you're pretty much almost straightening your leg out.
Yeah, I want you. Yeah. I mean, I don't need you to like aggressively lock your knee out. I want you to finish by flexing the quad, right? You can rack that lower. You don't have to put it up on that high one. Grab those handles and lock in. Yep. Open up more. You got more range than that. There you go. Good. Nice and deep. You feel that depth?
Yeah.
You feel the adductor firing in the bottom? Good. Drive out a glute from the bottom, glute and quad. How's that weight?
Good. I can feel my adductors a lot for sure.
A lot? Or just enough?
40%. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Not too bad.
I don't want to feel a shitload of it there, but it's probably going to stretch it a little bit. One more. Good. So for the context of 15 to 20, what's weight?
Feels like a 6, probably like a 6 right now, 6, 7.
So you think maybe a 4 plate?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd rather go heavier to start, and then we can back it off if we need to. Bring your feet, the more quad we can get, but we've got to get you more mobility before we can do that. You can rest a bit longer. No need to rush. From me to be, even from me. 1, 2, heel pressure. 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep control. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on, Jake. You got more. This is a mental game. Come on. 13. All the way out. Come on. Lock it out. 14. All the way up. Come on. All right, lock it. Fuck. A little shy of the rep range, but that was a good set. The thing to remember, rep ranges are arbitrary. They are a goal for us to get to, but at the end of the day, what matters is failure. So he got 14 there, and towards the end he had a hard time locking out. He still hit failure, so he's still going to make progress. Just because he didn't get to the rep range doesn't mean it's a failure. It is still progress forward because his muscle actually failed. So that's a win. But what we're going to do is reduce load. So we went heaviest first, so we can get out what we can out of that. Then we're going to reduce load, roll again, see how many reps you can get for a second one. Don't be afraid to drop weights down. You don't have to keep climbing and keep climbing. You can always drop them back down if maybe you've gone a little bit too heavy to keep solid form. Another victim. So how does it feel? Like, I know when you probably first looked at the training program and saw so little sets,
yeah,
you're probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But does it now make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's something trainers and like people mistake a lot, and especially on Instagram, I see a bunch of workouts that's like 4 sets of 12 and like 5 different exercises. But it's like, if you're doing 3 or 4 exercises right, you don't need to be doing 30, 40 sets.
Right.
And so like one of my leg days is just like squat, leg extensions, and split squats with intensity, and you're good.
Right. Right. But he's been doing a little bit higher volume for a long time. So today, like, we've been trying to get a session for a while. It just hasn't linked up. But today was about teaching Jake what kind of intensity I need out of him in order to make some lower volume stuff work. Now, if it gets to a point where like he can't necessarily get that kind of intensity that we need, we may have to add volume to some stuff. But what I'm trying to teach Jake to do right now is use the little bit that I give him and take it as far as he can, right? So as a client and as someone who may be out there working with a coach, it really doesn't matter what the coach gives you as far as a training program, how many sets, how many reps, whatever. What matters is the intensity and the execution that you put behind it. So we can write down whatever we want on a piece of paper or in an app, but the difference between making it successful and it not working is your effort. So you have to show up and you have to put in the effort and take the intensity where it needs to go in order to get what we need to get.
Ready?
You ready? You sure?
I can do it.
All right. Open up, open up, open up. Good, drive. 2, all the way extend. 3, there you go, good. 4, good, that's a full rep. 5, good, none of that short rep shit, come on. 6, control it down to you. 7, lower it to you. 8, 9, 10, halfway, come on, we're finishing this. 11, come on, keep your hands on the bars. 12, keep yourself locked in, come on. 13, don't you dare speed up, come on, lock it out. 14, lock it out, come on. 15, come on, get your head there, come on. 16, come on. 17, go. 18, come on, 2 more. 19, last one, come on. Fuck! Right.
Oh, I was slipping.
What?
I was slipping. I'm gonna play.
Oops. We're gonna finish out with adductors. His adductor should be pretty smoked already because of what I've had him do as far as his training program. But now we're just gonna get some direct work on that inner thigh. So I want you to really, so bring your heel all the way out. So all the way out onto here. Yeah, there you go. And then he's gonna, he's very slow and controlled together. So a slow controlled squeeze together, slow controlled lowering. So there's no jerking going on at all here, okay? So squeeze together. Is that too heavy? Does it need to go down? Okay.
Oh, Nick.
So he's already feeling those adductors really well. So we don't need a lot here. And this is why I like putting them at the end. Because to me, loading up a small muscle, very thin muscle that runs down the femur, and trying to load the shit out of it is eventually going to be a recipe for disaster. So try to open up, pull it all the way together. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't show your balls. YouTube doesn't like that. All the way together. 3, all the way together. Come on. 4, come on. There you go. All the way together. 5, all the way. Come on. 6, control. 7, 8, 9, 10, come on. 11, all the way together. 12, 13, come on, 2 more. 14, 1 more. Good shit.
Oh, fuck me.
It's the only time you want your crotch to burn. One, There you go, good. Good, all the way together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, all the way together. Squeeze, 7, 8, all the way together, come on. 9, 10, 11, 2 more. 12, control it. 13, good. Jesus.
I'm fucking tired.
That's it. So Jake is a newer online client. We've been trying to link up for a little bit to get him a session, and he told me the other day that he wanted to do legs today. So I knew it was my opportunity to give Jake a lesson in intensity. As I've already mentioned in the rest of the video, like, this is a new style for him. It's a lower volume approach, and it requires a specific kind of output. So I think today will kind of translate to the rest of our sessions, because like, none of the other days compared to leg day is going to be the same kind of intensity, right? So now you've seen what I want you to do for legs. Right. Extrapolate that to the rest of it. So what was the session like?
I think it just showed me to like trust in the rest of the workouts, even though it's like stuff that I don't normally do, because just like the right intensity or like just the correct cue in the right place can really make it worth it, and all the more challenging. Yep. Any workout can just be like that like good workout, and
right.
I feel like I just like keep doing what I'm normally doing, and like on my own. But now like I feel like I really do like just a whole lot more in it, and like I'm ready to like log the workouts and get 100% into it.
Fuck yeah. Cool, man. Good shit. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell your mom as always.